Hello beautiful people, I hope everybody is having a blessed day. This is going to be the My Skin Story first episode. So here I would like to talk to you about my skin, what's going on with it, how it started. If you don't know who I am, what this channel is about, I'm going to put a link up here somewhere so you can just click on it, listen to it, and you are going to know what this whole thing is about. Let's dive in. So, when I was 14 years old, I have been diagnosed with cysts on my ovaries. So basically, there was a huge cyst that was pushing my tube thing. There were a bunch of cysts in my ovaries, and there was one really big one that was causing me really bad cramps and really bad pain. It got to a point where I couldn't even go to school because I just couldn't really walk because it hurt that much. So my mum took me to the doctors, who referred me to a gynecologist, and at the gynecologist I have been told that I have a cyst on my ovaries, which is actually the size where they are starting to do surgeries to remove it. So it was like 5 centimeters big. So it was like something like that on my ovaries, and I was like, what, 41 kilos. So I've never been a big girl. So I was like 41 kilos, 14 years old. I had my period for about 2 years, maybe a year or two or something. So I had two options: either get the surgery done and get the cyst removed, but it did not promise that I will not have more cysts in the future, or start to take contraceptive pills with really, really high hormone levels. Now, I did not know better back then. So I went with the contraceptive pills. Now imagine a 14-year-old girl starting to take contraceptive pills with really, really, really high hormone levels. I literally just started to get a couple of spots here and there because of, you know, puberty. And then they disappeared, and I felt so good. I had a little bit of bigger boobies as well and everything, and I felt good. I was okay. But I was taking it for... When did I start taking my pills? Fast forward to when I was 19 and I met with now my husband. We got together and then everything happened really quick. It doesn't matter. And then we started to plan to have a family. So I was 20 years old when I stopped taking my pills, and we've been trying to have a baby. In about 3 months, I got pregnant. And then I'm not going to talk about my pregnancy right now because that's another video. So anyway, I got pregnant. I had a huge baby. So Anakin was, if we're talking about in kilos, about 4.5 kilos, 58 centimeters tall, or in pounds, he was nearly 10 pounds. So what the doctors tell me is that he was the size of about 2 or 3 months old baby. And I'm so tiny, so that was crazy. Anyway, I had an emergency C-section. That's gonna be another story. And after that, I started to have my period, and it was normal. Everything was okay, everything was cool. I was breastfeeding, so I didn't want to take any pills. But then the time came where we had to decide what's going to happen, and we decided to take contraceptive pills. I mean, I take contraceptive pills, but we decided with my husband that I'm going to take contraceptive pills, and but the ones that are safe while you're breastfeeding, of course. So I started taking those, but for some reason I started feeling really weird and funny. I started to have painful periods. I had headaches all the time and things like that, so I knew that something was off. So I stopped taking it, and as soon as I stopped taking it, I started to get some spots, and I was like, whoa, wait a second, what's going on? Okay, got back to a different pill. Again, something was off, something was not okay. And then I started to do some researches, you know, about conscious of the pills, about food, about diet, about what you eat, about how you exercise, where are these problems coming from, my headaches, my painful periods and everything. And then I stopped taking my pills again, and I went on a vegan diet at the same time. Now, I did not know that I had huge problems with my bowels and everything, because basically what turned out is, as soon as I went on vegan diet and I stopped taking my pills, I started to get loads and loads of spots covering my face, and I could not process like 80% of the food that vegan people actually getting their nutrition from. So like legumes and things like that just bloat me up super painfully. So I had to stop doing that. So I stopped vegan diet, and because of my face, I went back on the pill again. I mean, this yo-yo effect, I am quite positive that it did not help my hormones. But about a year later, I just had enough, and I stopped taking pills again, and I went back on the vegan diet again, because I was like, I'm going to cure myself. This is it. This is what's going to work for me. And that's it. So basically I was forcing myself on a diet that did not work for me, and at the end I ended up only eating chips with some sauces and avocado on toast, and basically that was mainly what I was eating. And my face, the second time I went vegan and stopped taking my pills at the same time, that's when these awful hormonal cystic acne started to cover my face, mostly on, you can still see a little bit that's now there. Obviously I'm wearing makeup, so not that much, but it started to cover my face everywhere, mainly on my cheeks. So deep, painful cystic acne that was just inflamed insanely, that by the time I got to like maybe 3 to 4 months of being on the vegan diet and not taking my pill, I started to be anxious about going out of the house. I started to feel down. I started to feel like I'm ugly. I didn't want to go near people, because constantly what I could hear is, oh yeah, it's the vegan diet. You have to stop the vegan diet. It's not good for you. It's the vegan diet that's messing you up. On the other hand, what I've heard is, oh, it's just detoxing. Your body is just detoxing. Don't worry, that is absolutely fine. You're okay. I was burning, my face was burning, it was constantly itching. I could not put my face on a pillow because it was that painful. And then I just started to get depressed, because every time when I woke up, I looked in the mirror, huge cystic acne covering my face with white heads, black heads, acne everywhere. My face was just covered with everything. I'm going to put some pictures up here so you're going to get some ideas what I'm actually talking about. And I started to research skincare products. I went for 100% natural, no chemicals, specifically those kind of skincare products that for this, so for acne, to help with your acne. On the diet side, I knew that I was doing okay because I was on a vegan diet, whole foods diet. What I did not think about is that my diet was not properly full, getting all of the nutrition that I actually needed. So yeah, bad diet on this side, skincare on the other side. Natural skincare, I spent hundreds of pounds on skincare. High-end products, high-end brands. I tried so many that my husband started to tell me that actually, look, you need to stop doing this, because a cream that you buy is not going to help you, because this is not on the outside, it's coming from the inside. So I was like, okay, something is really not okay with me. I woke up, I was down. I went to bed, I was down. I started to avoid mirrors. I started to avoid conversations with people around me. I started to stop going out. I didn't even want to go to the shop. I was just trying to hide my face. Hats, hoodies, huge scarves and everything. I was crying because of my skin. I was just constantly down. I was like, I was thinking, why is this happening to me? Why is my own body betraying me in this way? And it doesn't matter what I do, it just doesn't want to go away. So after this, I went to ICAT clinic. Basically, ICAT clinic is a chiropractic health care clinic. So where they put chiropractic care together with cupping therapies and movement therapies and any other kind of, and loads of other kind of things that basically that can help you heal your body. So I have been assigned to a program there because I had body posture problems as well. That was a 12-week program. The first time when I went to ICAT clinic, I had a conversation with the guy who was looking after me and my health, and basically he said that vegan diet is not good for me. It's not okay for me, and this is going to be another video because I know that this is another huge thing. So it was really hard, especially morally, to go back to a normal diet, but I did it anyway. I was including everything that I was eating before, and when I finished my 12-week program, then Bo told me that I'm going to have to eat. I can't eat anything that is not whole food. Before starting our program, because he was writing a meal plan for me, what I'm going to have to follow, that meal plan was supposed to help me balance my hormones again back to original, that the way they should be. But I had transforming 2 weeks, so 2 weeks where I had to transform all the things that I was eating and how I was eating. On my plate there was starchy food, there was some fruits, so banana, berries, banana and berries and apple, but not too much fruit to make sure that I'm not eating too much sugars, and then no sugars whatsoever. And then in that transition in 2 weeks, in the first 2 days I felt strong. I was like, yeah, okay, I can do this, this is going to be easy. And then I started to feel, what you don't know is that we're sharing a household with my parents, so even though while I'm trying to eat really healthy and while I'm trying to buy only the things that I'm allowed to eat, seeing everything else being in front of me, it's super hard. A week later, starting my transition in 2 weeks, I failed, and I told Bo that I don't want to do this, and I didn't want to do it because I was not ready to, I don't know if it probably sounds weird, but I was not ready to officially fail someone who's working hard on this with me. So including my family. So they were like, you're paying out loads of money, and then if you're not going to do it, you're gonna fail. What was the point? And that was just a pressure that I just could not handle at that moment. So I basically just stopped the whole thing and I did not do it. But what's happening right now is I'm actually trying to find my balance. So what I realized is that a paleo kind of diet, so I'm still eating grains like spelt, some rice, oats and things like that, so I'm still eating those, but I'm totally out of dairy, so no dairy whatsoever, no sugar whatsoever. The only kind of sugar that goes on my plate is either 100% organic maple syrup, honey, or dates. So a date syrup that I make at home. I'm trying to look after this so much, and I'm trying to make sure I'm eating loads of vegetables, I'm eating loads of fruits, I'm eating eggs, meat, mainly chicken or fish, loads of starchy vegetables. Oh yeah, I'm eating nuts and seeds, and making sure that I'm drinking enough water that I need. I'm also taking medicinal herbs, so I'm taking a lot of medicinal herbs. What I'm trying to do in the future and right now is trying to build a meal plan that is built with really high anti-inflammatory foods, and you know, what is it? yeah, so basically that is what's going on with everything right now. I'm trying to make yes, so that is what's going on right now. I'm trying to make sure that I am following a healthy, anti-inflammatory, high antioxidant diet. This is the story of my skin. If you did like this video, make sure that you're going to give it a thumbs up, and you are going to press the subscription button down here, so every time when I upload something new, you're going to be the first to hear about it. Thank you guys for watching, and we're going to see you in our next video. Huh? Yeah? Say bye-bye. Bye.